Well, see, I was gonna take a nap. I really was gonna take a nap. I was just gonna, take a nap, wash my hair, my actual hair, um, and just chill out. But it's always something, child. It's always something that goes down. Um, I just want to come on here briefly and talk about the whole Queen's Court situation because I am a genuine fan of Queen's Court for real. I think most of us is. I think Queen's Court is an amazing thing, and I will continue to support it. And hopefully they come somewhere near me, child, or I'm gonna have to go to them so that I can, see what's really going on, what's really tea with the girls. Okay. So I'm sure you guys know by now because it's everywhere. But if you don't know, Kaya Shimon, she did a IG video. She went live, child. Is you live, or she went live? And she basically spilled the entire tea on the whole entire situation as to everything that was going down. I was like, Father, I just didn't know. It was just a whole lot. She talked. I don't even know where to start with Kaya's video. Um, she basically said that as far as the whole night of the show, Madison had went to have an interview with this group of guys, and they have their own like production company or whatever. She had an interview with them. Apparently, they convinced her to work on the Queen's Court, that they can make it look better, they can make everything better. So all this was very last minute, and apparently, according to Kaya, she said she wasn't aware of anything that was going down. She just came over to the house about 5. The Queen's Court airs about 10 p.m. And she was just coming over there, and all these people was everywhere, hair, makeup, lights. Maddie was stressed, yada yada. And she just didn't know what was going on. She felt like it was some evil spirits in the building. There was a lot of people that was around wasting time and all this kind of stuff. And she was just like, you know what? She waited and waited. She kept trying to tell Maddie that we just need to let this go and reschedule, to call Monique, let Monique know about the whole situation. But Maddie did not want to do that. She wanted to continue and, make it perfect or whatever. And one thing Kai said that was true: Libras are perfectionists, and I'm a Libra, September 28th. So shouts out to Maddie and all the Libras out there. How many Libra subscribers I have, darling? I know I have a few, I think. So that went down, and she said she held as long as she could, and like before they started to cut on the camera, she was just like, you know what, I just can't do this. There's too much going on. Kaya said that she actually wanted to not film at all because the stuff wasn't right yet. So Maddie was just like, no, let's just start and we can fix it as we go. And she was like, no, that's not what you do. So it was definitely a build up to Kaya walking off and everything. However, I still feel like she shouldn't have left her partner. I still feel that way. That she shouldn't have left Maddie just hanging or whatever. So, some interesting facts that she said about Monique. She said that Monique, she actually was supposed to come on the Queen's Court, like actually be there in Maddie's house, but she decided to do the whole Skype thing. She said she's decided to do it last minute, which is very interesting. Monique would change her mind last minute to do that. That had me kind of raising people's eyebrow like The Rock. It's just like, really, Monique? Why? But she decided to want to do the whole Skype thing, so it was just like, okay. Also, Kaya kept saying, she was like, yo, let's just pull out the iPad and the phone and let's just do this how we've been doing it. Like, forget all this fancy stuff. Kaya allegedly, she was never here for the fancy stuff anyway that was going down. That apparently she says to her that it was all Maddie that wanted to do that. So we got to the whole thing with Monique. she said she felt like, y'all stay with me. She said she felt like Monique was being extra shady. The fact that she was recording Madison breaking down, and she was just like, she just not gonna record me like that. And so, of course, she ended up walking out. It was just a whole build up. It was a whole lot of frustrations that day apparently, and it was a lot going on. And it was just an honest mistake, I feel. On Maddie's part, it was just an honest mistake. It seems like, which is like, who cares? We all make mistakes. As far as it being rushed and trusting people that you don't really know like that, in that sense, maybe she made the mistake on that. However, I do not agree with some of the stuff that Kai was saying in her IG video. I will leave the links for both of these videos in the comment section, y'all. But I don't agree with what Kaya was saying in her video, because it kind of made it seem like she's saying that she was, in a sense that she said herself that she can go back to her own couch and she don't have to be with Maddie, and the fans had an issue with us two coming together, but people realized that Maddie was cool, because Kai says a lot of stuff out of her mouth: punks, faggots, sissies, all kinds of stuff. And so she, felt like she was helped with bringing that whole connection together, those two, and along with Maddie, she did. But it just seemed like she was saying that she created the Queen's Court. That the Queen's Court would not be the Queen's Court without Kaya. In which that's half right, but the Queen's Court would not be the Queen's Court without both of y'all. Both of y'all are very important entities when it comes to the Queen's Court, darling. If you started it together, it's because of both of y'all made it successful. It's not just because of one person. Maybe one person brought the idea to the other person, but y'all both worked together not quite nicely and then created the whole chemistry and all that. With y'all naturally being friends and all. So I was just like, she really is kind of feeling herself in this video. But of course, Kai don't care. That's what Kai gives. And that whole comment was just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I'm just like, wow, she's just like, oh, Maddie got it. I'm not worried about this. But, y'all been begging for me to come back. The Queen's Court wouldn't be no Queen's Court without me. I can leave when I want to leave. I'm the boss. And I was like, oh, Lord. Another thing I don't agree with was her talking about Monique, in the sense that she was saying that, Monique ain't shit. Fuck Monique. And like I said, Monique is shady, definitely. And Monique got her ways, and Monique is a trip. But so is Kaya. So, y'all tell me in the comment section, what is the biggest difference between Kaya and Monique? So anyway, she was saying, she was going to ask Monique, because y'all know Monique's brother, one of her brothers, molested her when she was young. And she was going to ask Monique, was that character that you played in Precious, was that really you living out your mother, your actual mother, and how she just, kind of let it go, the fact that your brother was molesting you and all that. I doubt that I think Kai was just talking shit. You can say what you want to say on your platform, just like I can say what I want to say on mine. I think Kai was talking shit. There's no way that I believe that Kai would have asked that woman that. Because Kai is a very strong personality, and so is Monique. And so those two bulls going back and forth, that would have been a head-on. I don't know who would have won that match, darling. That would have been like, damn... that would have been like The Rock fighting Triple H. It's just like, they're both good. They're both like, who's to say? And I was just like, and she was just like, oh, she don't care. She didn't care about the Queen's Court, and she wanted to get all this fancy for Monique. Fuck Monique. Monique ain't shit, and yada to the yada. I'm just like, damn. I mean, I understand that's what she gives. She roasts and gags, but sometimes it seems like Kaya got a personal issue with everybody. It's like, did everybody piss you off? Did everybody do something to you for you to be? I mean, we know Plies did. We know Trick Daddy did. We know Trina did. We know Deborah Lee did, and a few others. But damn, did Monique do something personally to you too? I'm just like, just at least give her a chance, you know. But hey, I mean, it is what it is. But she was saying all kinds of stuff. She said all kind of awful stuff about Funky Dineva, saying that he, you know, allegedly is on drugs and all this kind of stuff. And I was just like, oh Lord, this Kaya Shimon child. It's just, Father God, I just don't know what to say. I still bump her music though in the club. Yum Yum Sauce. I done told y'all. Yum Yum. Kaya is she's so incredibly talented. She's so incredibly talented. But that mouth, I don't even know. I just don't even know, child. She was going in that IG video. Some things I agreed with, and some things I just completely was just like, no, sis. No. But whatever. That's who she is. And, you know, she'll always have that red couch, child. Because, you know, her, Azalea Banks are pretty much the same people. Her, Azalea Banks, Monique, few other, you know, there's just a fine line. You can say what you want to say, be who you are. And one thing I do respect about Kai is the fact that she's strong and she's her own person. And because she's so strong, the reason why she's so strong, I believe, is because she's dealt with so much in the industry and in her own personal life. And I truly appreciate that strength that comes from her. And a lot of stuff that she says, I agree with. But I just don't completely agree with disrespecting everybody that hasn't done anything to you. I can't agree with that, because it's just like, okay, like, I understand keeping it real, but you come off the bat disrespecting people, so what do you expect they're going to give you back? Like, come on. You too old not to know that. So that was pretty much my thoughts on Kai's video. Now, Maddie, she also left a video. She did an IG video. Maddie's video was a little bit more calm, of course, a little bit more classy, like us Libras give. And you know, she basically talked about the whole situation. A few things stood out to me with Maddie's video. She said, yes, she did admit that she might have made a mistake with the whole rushing and you know, having the people there and, you know, not having everything together in enough time. She did admit that. In which most of the time, you know, us Libras, we can admit when things are messed up, when things are our fault or whatever. But if things ain't our fault, you ain't gonna get us to admit shit, because it's not our fault. It doesn't make sense. And hell, I doubt if Kaya admit to anything that she do. So, you know, she's just gonna say she don't care. So, anyway, so T.S. Madison, she said that there was nothing that they didn't agree on. T.S. Madison said everything that she wanted to do with the Queen's Court, she ran it by Kaya first, which is the proper thing to do when you is a co-host with somebody. She said she ran everything by Kaya, and Kaya was cool with it. What's that noise? Well, with that said, I also think that Kaya said that in the video, that she just let Maddie, you know, do whatever and do Maddie. Like she said, she just came over, and all she do is come over, and that's it. Do her own hair and makeup and just sit down and get the notes. While Maddie is the one that has to do everything. See, going back to what Kaya's video, that's why I disagree with her saying that, oh, it was just her, she is the Queen's Court. Y'all to know, because you had to come over to Maddie's house, Maddie's platform, to become the Queen's Court. It took both of y'all, you know, entities to create the Queen's Court. No person is better or more important than the other. And it's just kind of sad that she thinks that. But maybe she was just upset, you know, who knows. So Madison also said that she was the brains behind the situation, that she is the business behind the situation. And normally I would think that's kind of like bragging, kind of like not cool, like, you know, it took both of y'all. But in this situation, I agree with her. Like I said, because it's at Maddie's house. Maddie, is the it's Maddie's situation is going on. So hey, what else we want to talk about? I do agree with Maddie when she said a lot of people are just for the drama and just want to see, them go back and forth and act a fool. But with all the drama, with everything that's going on, I could definitely tell there's still love between them, and that's good. Maddie did not disrespect Kaya, not one time, but she said that she did disagree with a lot of stuff that Kaya said. And another thing that stuck out to me was Maddie was like, she woke up one morning, or she was on the set of Star, and Kaya had blocked her. Kaya, why would you block her? That's weird. Why if you're not mad at Madison, why would you block her? Don't tell me that Kaya is the type of person that can take all this shit. She can dish all this out, but she can't take none of it. She can't take none of the negative backlash. She can't take none of Maddie's fans coming at her. When she come at Maddie's fans and the world fans, like, sis, come on now. I don't know if they're following each other back or whatever, but the Queen's Court will resume as far as the live on March 19th or March 18th, one of them. But they're still doing the shows, the Queen's Court. They're going to be in... Where are they going to be at? They're going to be in Washington, then Jacksonville, and all that kind of stuff. So, because they done signed them contracts, they have to be there at certain functions. So, it's just a mess. It really, really is. I truly hope they get it together, but I feel like they will. I feel like it was probably faults on both parts. But I just don't like how it's necessarily getting so ugly. And I'm talking about it because I am a fan of the Queen's Court, and I like both of them. But I can agree and disagree with certain things, just like all of us can. But do it in a not like attacking type of way or whatever. So yeah, I was just a little flabbergasted. Oh, last thing I want to talk about. Maddie said that let's see. Maddie said that I'm not going to make enemies out of all these people, out of all these celebrities, if I'm not making money from this platform. Apparently some people have been saying that they don't make money from the Queen's Court, in which I think that's stupid. Like, obviously they make money from the Queen's Court, child. All the views they get, like, come on. And sponsors and all that. And that put the icing on the cake for me, because it's just like, why would you go out of your way to make enemies of people if you're not doing it for the greater good as far as your life? You don't have a vision as to why you're doing all this. Because the reality of it is, they're saying a lot of stuff about people, more so Kaya than Maddie. And, some people, can get in their feelings, and God forbid, something happens, see somebody on the street. Like, you just never know how these celebrities are going to act. So, but, Kaya don't care. Kaya's been in that lane. So she don't care. But, Maddie has a, different type of following, a different reputation attached to her. But because she's going to be associated with Kaya, it's just like, so, it's just a mess. It just really, really is. And I just truly hope that they all just work it out and get it together. And I will be tuned in, just like everybody else, to the Queen's Court on March 19th, 18th, 27th, or something. I just want Kai to take a damn chill pill. My God. He gets so upset and just, Lord. And I was just like, and how she tried to flip the whole thing on Maddie in a sense. And I don't know. It's just certain things. I can rock with her sometimes. Other times it's just like, little bit too disrespectful for somebody you call your friend. Okay. With that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at Skins on Instagram and Twitter. At Skins89 on Snapchat. Chase King was here on Facebook and all that good stuff. Not Chase King. Not Chase King was here. I used to be Chase King was here, child. They blocked me, darling, and somebody reported me for no reason. I ain't even put no damn news up. I ain't even lift up my leg and take off this hair and take off this hat. But whatever, you know, people are haters, as y'all know, darling. So, see you guys later.